I gave you my heart.
Choose your fighter.
Lakey inspired. Fight.
Yo, what's up, guys? Let's get right into it. We're going to talk about Darius Slay on today. Darius Slay has put a tweet out there earlier today just saying when he saw that the Detroit Lions signed another cornerback, they signed former quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, Desmond Trufant, to a 2-year deal worth $21 million. And Darius Slay saw that instead of, saying, hey, we're going to team up and we're going to do some great things out there, Darius Slay has pretty much put it out there that he no longer wants to be a Detroit Lion. And he's been transparent. And last season, Darius Slay was kind of mentioning it a little bit. You can tell he was trying to fight for a new contract. The Lions did not opt to give him a new contract. And the Lions have not wanted to give him a new contract, because if they did, they would have paid the man by now. But they haven't, because they know that Darius Slay is up for a big contract. And I don't think that the Detroit Lions want to pay Darius Slay that type of money. He probably will make anywhere between 17 and 18 a season. So the Detroit Lions, the only option that they have left now is to trade Darius Slay. Now, if you're a Detroit Lion fan, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the comments that Darius Slay made on today about wanting to be out of Detroit and pretty much at his wit's end. Sometimes you can't blame a player for wanting to be out. Darius Slay has been with the Lions for a very, very long time, and it can be frustrating as a player, never being able to go to the postseason, never being able to have the opportunity to win. And we know that some Detroit legends such as Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders retired early. But now Darius Slay is wanting out. And a lot of people said the same thing with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is insane for not wanting to be out of Detroit. Now, Detroit is definitely a great place, a great city. That is definitely my city and where I'm from. But at the same time, I recognize when it's time to cut ties with a player. And I definitely think that right now it is time to cut ties with Darius Slay. I know the Detroit Lion fans love Darius Slay, and some people are probably in an uproar from the comments that he made earlier. And Darius Slay pretty much put it out there and just said, like, he hopes that this speeds up the process of him being traded now that the Lions have another cornerback. So what do you guys think? And let me know what you think about Darius Slay comments, because I want to hear from you as the fans. What do you think about Darius Slay? Now, a couple hours ago, the Oakland Raiders, oh no, sorry about that, not the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders put out there pretty much that they are open to trading for Darius Slay. And I don't know what the Raiders are wanting to give up and offer, but they do have some picks that the Lions possibly can get, and the team can get better. So I think if you're a Detroit Lion fan, I think that it's just time to let Darius go, allow him to go to a better situation for himself. And you don't want to have a disgruntled employee working for you. You don't want to have that in the locker room. You want to have guys buying in from day one. And it looks like Darius Slay has pretty much bought out of what the Detroit Lions are selling. I know that this guy wants to be in the postseason. I know that he wants to be one of the big time corners in the league, even though Darius Slay did not have the best season last year, even though he was a Pro Bowl selection. There are several times where Darius Slay kind of missed the mark a little bit. But still, Darius Slay is a very good quality cornerback, and I would not take that away from him. But at the same time, I think if you are a Detroit Lion fan, or if you are the Detroit Lions organization, you have to part ways with Darius Slay, and you need to get Darius Slay out as soon as possible. You don't need to wait any longer. You don't need to allow this thing to linger anymore. You need to allow Darius Slay to go to another situation, whether it's a winning situation or whether it's a non-winning situation. You have to get Darius Slay out on the first thing smoking, so you can do what you need to do as a franchise to try to make sure that if you're Matt Patricia and you're Bob Quinn, you must win this season. There's a win now mandate going out with the Detroit Lions, and it looks like Darius Slay is on his wits end with the Lions. He is ready to move on with his career and go to another team. And I know a lot of this came from last season when the Detroit Lions decided to trade his friend Quandre Diggs over to the Seattle Seahawks, and a lot of Lion players spoke out on the coaching staff and a little bit of the culture of the Detroit Lions, and it was not good. Everybody was not giving out good praises to the Lions. So if you're the Detroit Lions, you have to let Darius Slay go. It's time to part ways. And if the sorry about that, guys, if the Las Vegas Raiders want to give up something good for Darius Slay, then I guess you make that move. All right, you guys, make sure you subscribe to Noble Sports Entertainment. Let me know what you think in the comment section about Darius Slay wanting to be out on the first thing smoking. Peace.
I gave you my heart.